Okay, so let's continue on with the same problem from before. So this is the same problem we were using for creating a table of values. So we're given a problem where there is a person and this person earns, for every car that they sell, they earn $60 plus an extra $680. So the equation we're working with is the total earnings is 60 multiplied by the number of cars sold plus 680. And so far we've created a table of values to show the total earning from 0 to 10 cars. Okay, but say for instance, I want to know what is the total earnings if I sold 100 cars. If I've already created this table of values, I could type in 100 in this n column, because that's the number of cars, press enter, and it will tell me that after 100 cars, we would earn $6,608. Okay, but another way that we could do that if we didn't want to use a table of values is we can do this in the calculator application also. So if I go back to my home button and I press calculator, don't use these two options in the scratchpad because you can't save your work. And there's also some predetermined settings in there that you might not want to use. So don't use the scratchpad, use these buttons at the bottom. So I'm going to press calculator and I'm going to type in the equation that we were using. So it's 60n plus 680. So I just write in 60n plus 680. We can see the n is bold because it's the same. We've already used that variable elsewhere. So it's the calculator saying you've already used this variable another time. It's okay because I'm continuing with the same problem, but if I wasn't continuing with the same problem, I might want to start a new document at this point. Now, what I want the calculator to do is I want it to replace n with 100 for 100 cars. So I'm substituting. The command you can use on your calculator is control equals. Then you get a few options. You get more than, less than, not equal, more than equal to, less than equal to, or this straight line. This straight line means given that. I'm going to press this. I'm going to write n equals 100. So what I'm getting the calculator to do there is wherever there is an n in my equation, it's going to replace that with 100. And I can press enter. And I can see I got the same solution both times, 6,680, and I got the same thing here. So that's one thing you can do on your calculator. You can use the calculator application in order to substitute. The other question you might want to ask is how many cars do I need to sell if I want to make $2,000? Now in my table of values, I could use trial and error here. So I could continue to go up 20 cars, 30 cars, that's more, 25 cars, it's not 14, 25 cars, oh, 22, just coincidence I got there. So we can use trial and error to be able to find that, okay? But a more reliable way of doing that would be using the solve function. So I'm going to press menu, algebra, solve, and I'm going to say, well, how many cars, my question is how many cars do I need to sell? What does n equal when e equals 2,000? So all right, 2,000 equals 60n plus 680. And I want the calculator to tell me what does n equal when e equals 2,000. So I want the calculator to solve for n. The way you tell the calculator that information is you write comma n. Okay, because sometimes you have more than one variable in your equation, and so you need to tell the calculator which variable you're trying to solve for. I press enter and n equals 22. That's consistent to what I found in my table of values earlier. So two new skills here. Firstly, substituting. So you press control equals and it's a straight line. Second function is the solve function. Menu, algebra, solve.